Why hasn't anybody leaked a Godzilla trailer? Hey, what's going on out there? It is June the 17th, and this is Retailer Privilege Comic Review. How's everybody doing out there? Good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit some books, and then I'm going to talk about some of the things that I thought was cool at San Diego Comic-Con. Deal, by the way, in case you didn't know, Jared Whittaker, Panels on Pages, Superfly Comics and Games, Justice League 11. The most important part of this book is that Wonder Woman finally gets to punch out Green Lantern. And it's not a spoiler, there's other stuff that happens too, but that's the most notable thing. That's the thing we've all been waiting to happen in this book. I feel like they're still dealing with that, hey, we've never been on a team before, even though we're all super people. Except for Batman. Number 1 this week, Captain Marvel. So every time I see this book, all I can say is, oh hey look, it's the new Miss Captain Marvel. Pretty good number 1. I mean, I really like the artwork in it. It's really kind of jaggy and blurry, and I think it's cool. I think for the kind of tone that the book's going for, it's a really good look. Once again, Spider-Man's a huge smartass, and there's a lot of interesting back and forth with Captain America and Captain Marvel. I think it's a good start. You know, it'll be interesting to see how this goes along, since, you know, this kind of came out of the blue. Well, I guess maybe not out of the blue. And Marvel did die. Silk Spectre, number 2. So by now, if you've been watching these videos, you know that I'm a huge fan of before Watchmen. I think all of them have been really, really good, and all the number 1s so far have been really, really solid. And I think they're following up very well. I know I didn't talk about it last week because of Walking Dead, but The Minutemen, number 2, came out, and it was okay. It wasn't mind-blowing. But then again, number 1 wasn't mind-blowing. It was good. It wasn't bad at all. It wasn't anything that I would have settled before. It was better than that, but it was just kind of a number 1 to happen. Silk Spectre number 1 was really good. This one's really, really good. There's a lot of like subtext, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of like build up, which is kind of what you need to do when you have basically 3 books in your story. You know, you have to have the setup in the first one, who all the major players are, what's going to happen. In the middle one, where it's some action, you have some more setup, and you have kind of the crest, and then the third one's when you drop the hammer and everything blows up. Not like a Michael Bay movie. I just can't go for my water because it's hot in here. This is really good, and never mind the fact that I really like Amanda Connor's art, and the story is really, like I said, intricate, and it has a lot of detail, and it's really, really good. So, if you're not reading the before Watchmen books, you should be. If you're not reading them because of some kind of ode to Alan Moore probably already hates you for something you don't even know you did. That's a joke. I'm sorry. Alan Moore's a great guy, I'm sure. But so are these books too, so you should be reading them. AVX Round 8! So where we left off, Namor was on his way to messing up everything in Black Panther's hood. So the Avengers take a strike force out there to kind of head him off the pass. While the fight is what I thought it would be, the outcome of it is kind of interesting. I didn't know that you could beat things out of people, but then again, I didn't know that things could enter people in the first place. That sounds really weird and vulgar, and I really don't mean it that way. Not really. It's starting to continue a trend where I'm just like, I don't know what's going on with the story. Like, I know there's big centerpieces, like these fights, but, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the 12-issue miniseries is too long. I think you need to scale it back. If this was 8, I think pacing-wise it would have gotten where everything needs to be. But as it stands now, there's going to be 4 more issues of this, and I don't know what they're going to do. It's Adventure Time. Again, if you've been watching any of these videos, you know that I like Adventure Time a lot. And this one is just fun fun. Princess Bubblegum makes a time machine, but it only goes back to when she first invented it. So if you stub your toe, or you say the wrong thing to somebody, or you break something, you just go right back and fix it. And there are lots and lots of jokes with Finn and Jake, and it's ridiculous. Even if this were a spoiler video and I explained to you the things that were happening, it would probably be better off if you just read it, and you should. By the way, read the stuff in the margins too. Hilarious. Catwoman 11. The Dollhouse bad guy is very, very strange. I feel like it's very understated because it doesn't seem like he's been in it that much, but it's still really good. I like Catwoman. I hear that it's up for a change in a little while, so we'll see how it goes. So that's all for the comics this week, but the big news was San Diego Comic-Con happened this past weekend, where a lot of interesting things went down. So get a couple of those. I guess the big thing was Marvel is rolling out all the Phase 2 stuff as far as the movies. That Iron Man armor looked awful. It looked like the armor that Hulk Hogan would wear if he was in that movie. Captain America is going to do the Winter Soldier, which I kind of figured, but I didn't think they would do it in the second movie, which is cool. I mean, Winter Soldier has some interesting stories to tell, and Captain America was generally awesome. So, Thor 2 is good. Maybe the Hulk will get to beat up Loki some more. Spoilers, that was awesome. Then they announced Guardians of the Galaxy. Then they announced Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man, which kind of threw me for a loop with as big a deal as it seemed everyone was making Black Panther. But, you know, space raccoons are easier to sell to people than technologically advanced black people, I guess. Speaking of trailers, they showed the Man of Steel trailer, which is the new Superman movie that'll be happening next year. Due to shaky cam on the internet, all I could really make out is that Superman's walking around in the clouds, and then he's walking down a hallway with handcuffs on, surrounded by cops, because Superman is the type of superhero that would go, okay, even though I can break these, I'll let you lead me down here and let you think that you got me. Apparently we'll see how well that works out, seeing that it reduced people to tears when they first saw it in front of Batman, which is soon. Next up was the big surprise that there was a trailer for the new Godzilla movie. Of course, this isn't a movie trailer that got leaked on the internet because no one knew it was going to happen. And apparently people who saw it have lost their minds because Godzilla's awesome. There's a rumor going around the internet that Godzilla might be in front of The Dark Knight Rises 2, and all I can say is, let's hope to God it is. Please. Quentin Tarantino crashed DC's panel into the Django Unchained. The original unedited script would be made into a miniseries at DC, because if there's one thing that DC needs more of, is weird racial books that can make people upset. And Neil Gaiman is going to do a prequel to Sandman. That's a big deal, as long as they don't call it Before Sandman or something weird like that. And there was other stuff too, but that's really the most important thing. Other than there's a Deadpool video game. Let's hope that it does everything that Duke Nukem thought it was doing. Sorry, Travis. Like I said, there was a lot of other stuff that happened. The Marvel Now stuff, you know, sounds interesting. It's not really a reboot, but they're just shaking things up. Maybe it'll be different. Punisher War Journal's gonna be back. How about this? What did you think of Comic-Con? What was your favorite thing you saw? And what did you think about the Phase 2 Marvel movies? What did you think about the Superman trailer? Have you found the Godzilla trailer online? And if you have, please send it to me, because I want to see it. You got questions, you got suggestions for me to read, you got something you want me to talk about, because hey, Can't all just be comic reviews, huh? You can send it to Jay Whitaker at panelsonpages.com. You can send me an @reply on Twitter, JFX316. You can visit me at www.superflycomics.com, where you can buy stuff from me and buy stuff from the store. If you're in the Ohio area, Superfly Comics Games is going to be having its 5th anniversary show party thing. Been open for 5 years. We've been making money. It's on August the 31st. We're gonna have Adam Warrock and Michael Hill from the group The Thought Criminals rapping all day and all night. Probably not all night, but some of the night. And we're gonna have some other special guests. We're gonna have some sales. We're gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. You should be there. If you can make it out, check it out. Go to superflycomics.com and go to our Facebook, facebook.com/superflycomics, and check out that, because it's going to be fun. I am going to get out of this room because it's ridiculously hot. I hope that it's cool somewhere where you are. I hope that your air conditioning is not broken or on the fritz, and I hope you're reading some cool books. So, this Retailer Privilege Comic Review. I will talk to you next week. Facts.